We continue with the latest in your election results. We've been watching these 7 key battleground states throughout the entire election season. They're on your screen right now, and success in those states appears to have given former President Donald Trump his victory on Election Day. While we wait for AP results to come in for 3 remaining swing states of Arizona, Nevada, and Michigan this morning. As we further discuss the very latest on this Wednesday morning, we want to check in live with Live Now from Fox's Christy Matino. She joins us this morning to share what we know at the moment. Christy, good morning to you.
Good morning, Janae. Yeah, I know you had up an image there of those battleground states. That's really what won this for Trump. 538 electors, 270 to win, which Trump now over that number. If I pull up our Associated Press map right now, what really did this for him this morning, what called the race for him was Wisconsin, that blue wall state. That was 10 electoral votes that did push him over the edge. And I'll talk about why the blue wall is so important in just a minute. But I did want to talk about the difference here because we have the Electoral College. We also have the popular vote, but the president isn't won on the popular vote. But let's talk about it really quickly. Right now, it shows Trump leading at 51% compared to Harris's 47.5%. It is of note, though, we do not know who won the popular vote as of right now, even though Trump is leading that. That is because you see these pink states here. That means votes are still coming in, ballots still being counted, even outside of these battleground states, such as California. Those votes still coming in. But if Trump were to win the popular vote, it would be the first time that a Republican has won it since 2004, when incumbent President George W. Bush did win that. Let's talk about these battleground states a little more. You heard me say these pink states, Arizona, Nevada, Michigan, these are still, we are waiting for these results, but they're pink, meaning they probably most likely going to go to Trump again, still not called. If they did, that would mean that President Trump won all 7 of those battleground states. Of course, also North Carolina being a battleground state and Georgia being a battleground state. Important to note, the blue wall. I was just mentioning the blue wall. What is it? It's these 3 states, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, called the blue wall because historically they have gone to the Democratic president. But if Trump, again, were to win this, Michigan, which it is looking like he will have won all 3 of those blue wall states, the blue wall cracking, so to speak there. Really quickly, Pennsylvania, that is a key one that we were watching. 19 electoral votes. That was the prize, so to speak, for whoever could win that state. It did go to Trump back in 2016. Biden took it back 2020. Now we're seeing it is back to Trump. Janae.
All right, very detailed reporting there from Live Now from Fox's Christy Matino. And you mentioned those electoral votes, Christy. Many people know the phrase, the road to 270, right? In that last count, former President Donald Trump garnering 277. You mentioned those states we are still waiting to hear from as far as the numbers being reported. So that number could potentially go up as it relates to that electoral count, correct?
Yeah, it could. If he wins them, it is going to push him over the 300 mark. And really quickly, I do want to talk about why the Electoral College was put into place to begin with. And I'm going to pull up this map so I can better explain this. It was put into place by our founders of the Constitution for 2 reasons. The first one being to give the power back to the states, right? States like Wisconsin, states like Georgia, the other states in the United States, but also so that Congress would not have the burden, so to speak, of choosing the president. Democrats critical of the Electoral College, saying it does typically favor Republicans, many preferring that this would go back to more of a popular vote system. What comes next in this entire process with the Electoral College, with the election? The state electors, they're going to meet in their individual states. They don't meet as a whole body, and they're going to certify this election. We can expect that December 17th, Janae.
Christy Matino, thank you so much for that detailed breakdown. I know we'll be checking in with you throughout the morning to get more updates as they come in real time. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be checking in with you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want to get back to this map Christy was showing and explaining in her report, keeping a close eye on those remaining states we are awaiting to hear from on this Wednesday morning.